Adoa TV, bringing good things. Adoa TV, bringing good things to life.
Evening to you. This is the evening news at 6 on Adoatv, and we are coming to you live from our studios on the John Evans at Mills High Street in Accra. We are also streaming live on Facebook at Adoatv Ghana. The evening news is brought to you by Astatec Roofing Sheet and Cookware, Blue City Ties and Accessories, and Verna Mineral Water. Now a look at our top stories for tonight's bulletin. In tonight's bulletin, the Ghana Health Service has intensified all COVID-19 protocols at the Kotoka International Airport ahead of the festive season. Tuesday, 21st December, Parliament will rise for the Christmas break as opposed to the expected rising of the House on 17th December 2021. And also in this bulletin, aggrieved residents of Ablekuma chased away the Gas Central Municipal Chief Executive during a demonstration which was held earlier today, and we will tell you why. And in sports, Legon Cities to face Brecum Chelsea as King Faisal hosts Elmina Sharks in the Ghana Premier League Week 7. Bringing you details of these stories and more in this bulletin. My name is Benedict Adodu. Now, the Ghana Health Service has intensified its COVID-19 protocols at the Kotoka International Airport ahead of the festive season. This move by the Health Service is to ensure the country do not battle with a fourth wave of COVID-19 after the festive season, as globally many countries are experiencing a fourth wave, and some travelers from these countries will be coming to Ghana during the festive season, hence the need to implement stringent protocols.
The Ghana Health Service has introduced new COVID-19 protocols for international travelers who will enter the country through Kotoka International Airport. The new travel guidelines was contained in a statement signed by the Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Patrick Kuma Abuaji. According to Dr. Abuaji's statement, this has become necessary due to the recent Omicron virus recorded in the country. Over the last 2 weeks, cases from the airport alone has accounted for about 60% of the total cases recorded in the country. The statement said, apart from that, the recent rise in imported COVID-19 cases at the airport is the major reason to intensify efforts at the airport. Apart from that, the recent rise in imported COVID-19 cases at the airport is the major reason to intensify efforts at the airport. According to the statement, globally, many countries are experiencing the fourth wave of the virus. Some travelers from these countries will come to Ghana during the festive season. This is the new guidelines Ghana Health Service has introduced for all travelers to and from Ghana. All persons 18 years and above and arriving in Ghana must provide an evidence of full vaccination of COVID-19 vaccine. All unvaccinated Ghanaians and residents of Ghana who currently live outside the country and intend returning within 14 days from the midnight of 12 December 2021 are exempted. However, they will receive vaccination on arrival at the airport. All persons traveling outside the country are to be fully vaccinated effective midnight 12 December 2021.
Forbes Africa magazine, the organizer of the African of the Year award, has said President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was given the coveted recognition for this year for his visionary leadership and policies that are developing the country. It mentioned the Ghana Beyond Aid vision, the leadership exhibited in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic, policies such as the Year of Return and Beyond the Return, the hosting of the African Continental Free Trade Area Secretariat in Accra, Ghana, being made Africa's trade hub for Twitter Africa, among others, for the conferment of the award on the president. These remarks were made when President Akufo-Addo was formally presented with the 2021 African of the Year award at the Jubilee House on December 9th, 2021.
CNBC Africa and Forbes Africa to actually present to you the African of the Year trophy that we have here with us. Basically, I mean, we took that decision based on your visionary leadership, especially based on economic policies. I mean, just to mention a few in a nutshell: Ghana Beyond Aid, how to develop Ghana with its own raw material, adding value to the industries, etc., etc. I was here when COVID started and I got locked down here. I mean, I'm usually based in Lagos, but I got locked down here for 6 months. Every week we were watching your, I call them the fellow Ghanaians speech, that was actually extremely precise and gave a lot of clarity about the different decisions making that needed to be done during the pandemic. So many other policies like the Year of the Return that now is becoming Beyond the Return, which is long-term policies to develop the tourism sector. The AFCFTA is now here and makes Ghana the trade capital for Africa. Twitter came here as well for a reason and based their headquarters in Ghana. The healthcare sector, you want to make Ghana a hub with the Agenda 111, etc. The same for education, and then just to mention one more of your policies, everything you're doing to stimulate the young entrepreneurship that already makes Ghana up in terms of technology, etc. So, like Mr. Dangote was saying recently, Africa needs visionary leaders like yourself. And again, congratulations to be the African of the Year for 2021 for Forbes Africa and also CNBC Africa. And thank you very much.
Well, what can I say? I'm extremely honored, very flattered by this award, and the way you've presented it shows that you've been looking at what we've been doing here in Ghana. Perhaps for me that's the most comforting aspect, because a lot of the time when you're in the midst of doing things, you don't know to what extent other people are taking note of what you're doing. But it appears that you have a very good grasp of all the various things we're trying to do to develop our country and move it forward. I have a maximum of 8 years to try and make an impact on this country. So it's been something that has been a very important inspiration for me to get things, as many things on the ground as possible. But I'm happy that it's produced this result. Basically, it is a result about the work of my government, not just myself, but all the various people who have been assisting me, and also about the population, the Ghanaian people, who have made these choices and have been very supportive of the work that I do. So I'm looking upon this prize or this commendation as one for Ghana, one for my government, and lastly for myself. But I have to confess that it's something very overwhelming for me, and I appreciate it very much. But on behalf of all these people, on behalf of the people of Ghana, on behalf of my government, myself, I want to say a very big thank you to you and the members of your board for making this selection. And hopefully the rest of the work that we have to do before my time is up will not disappoint you and will only go to enhance the accuracy of your choice that you have done. But it's highly appreciated, and thank you very much indeed.
Residents of Agape within Ablekuma in the Anya Sotum constituency have chased away the Central Municipal Chief Executive Mohammed Bashir during a demonstration to get the authorities to fix their bad roads on Friday, December 10th, 2021. Now, the aggrieved residents were not happy with the MCE's response to their protest when Mohammed Bashir said roadworks were ongoing, adding that the assembly is fixing the deplorable roads. He said the residents should have gone to his office first for discussion before embarking on the protest.
Residents of Agape within Ablekuma in the Anyasotom constituency on Friday, 10th December 2021, took to the streets to demonstrate against the bad nature of their roads. The demonstrators wielded placards with messages such as, "We are tired of the promises. We are part of Ghana. Hashtag Fix Agape Roads Now." Residents of Agape also pay taxes. Residents of Agape deserve better. We are citizens and not spectators. Agape lives matter, among others. The protesters booed at the Ghana Central Municipal Chief Executive Mohammed Bashir for claiming that their demonstration to get the authorities to fix their bad roads was influenced by unseen hands. The MCE said the MP is using his share of the common fund to do what you are seeing on the road, adding, "We have denied other areas of the needed development to come and then attend to this road situation. So, if in spite of all that and people are demonstrating, then I still don't know what the demonstration is all about," he noted. Responding to the MCE's allegation, Mr. Abraham Wobil, the convener of the demonstration, said the march was purely out of the frustration the residents have endured for years as a result of the bad roads in the community. Not at all. Incited from where? He asked, explaining, "What we are saying is that year in, year out, we keep on seeing gravels being brought to the road and being spread around."
Motorists and residents living in and around Pokwasi Ablekuma in Accra are living in fear as a street light pole has been bent with its edges in the middle of a road, leading to accidents and posing a death trap. Residents who spoke to Mizna Ankra off camera said all attempts to get the attention of the authorities to correct the defect has fallen on deaf ears.
One major factor contributing to road accidents in recent times is the absence of street and traffic lights on highways, throwing many streets into complete darkness, which in turn leads to the collision of vehicles. Just this year alone, road carnages have increased more than the number of people who have lost their lives to COVID-19. Pokwasi Ablekuma is a suburb of Accra. Many residents are living in fear over a broken traffic light and a pole. This traffic light serves commuters and motorists on the Pokwasi Ablekuma Agape High Street. A high street with the absence of a street light and a traffic light may only be like blind individuals walking in the full glare of the sun. One may meet their untimely death by plying this road. Not only is it a threat to motorists, but also to commuters, as the pole lies on the pedestrian walkway, forcing pedestrians to walk on the main road when they get to that part of the stretch. No amount of words was able to convince residents of this community and adjoining ones to speak to the news team. According to them, this isn't the first time and the last time they will be engaging the media. However, it seems as though authorities in charge have given a blind eye to their concern. More dangerous is that this stretch of the road is in total darkness at night. For Peace Esiedu, a 56-year-old resident who agreed to speak to me off camera, what makes the situation more appalling is that it's been almost a year now, and even with the many accidents occurring, nothing triggers authorities to correct the defect. She speaks with tears on her cheeks. We feel neglected, and it's simple because no high personality has been affected by it yet, she said in a can. For Elizabeth Saki, she's only hoping against hope that attention will be given to them.
From that, Minister for Roads and Highways, Mr. Amwaku Atta, was in Parliament today to answer to some questions concerning his ministry by members of the House. Addressing some of the questions posed to him, the minister says the construction of several roads and maintenance of some are underway. He highlighted some roadworks such as the Chiana-Paga roads, the 3.5 kilometers Nadoli-Kalio road, 16 kilometer Atoko Anyanui Engineered Road on the Anglo district of the Volta region, which are underway, while addressing questions from some members of the House.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Chuchuliga to China Road is 11 kilometers long and forms part of the Navrongo for completion on 18 September 2018. The project completion date was extended to 17 September 2021. The Speaker, to date, the contractor has completed drainage, pavement, primer seal, and seal works on the Navrongo to Chuchuliga section up to kilometer 10. However, Mr. Speaker, on the Chuchuliga to China section, the contractor has completed roadside clearing, scarification of existing bituminous surface, cross drainage, that is culverts, and 400 millimeter of new drains. From China to Nagong, that is the end of the project, the contractor has completed a number of culverts. The progress of work, Mr. Speaker, is estimated at 40% physical completion. The contractor has vacated site due to delay in payment for work done, and several warning letters have been issued to the contractor to return to site. Mr. Speaker, all efforts are being made to get the contractor back to site to complete the outstanding works by third quarter of year 2022. Speaker, there is rare commitment on the part of government to complete every road in every part of the country, including this particular road. Yes, Mr. Speaker, there are challenges, and as we overcome the challenges, the work will be completed. So there is real commitment, Mr. Speaker. We are doing everything practicable to enable this contractor to return to site, and the work has been reprogrammed to end before the third quarter of 2022. So we have done assessment of the road, and the contractor will come back as soon as practical. Mr. Speaker, Tangasi is one of the major towns located in the Nadori-Kalio district of the Upper West region. The network of feeder roads identified within the town is 3.5 kilometers and in poor condition. Currently, Mr. Speaker, a contract for the upgrading of Tangasi town roads was awarded under the project titled Bitumen Surfacing of Tangasi Yizere Feeder Road, also measuring 3.5 kilometers. Mr. Speaker, the contract agreement, however, is yet to be signed, after which the contractor will be given possession of site to commence work. But, Mr. Speaker, with your permission, I would want to add that the contract has, as at now, been signed, so there is progress on it, and the contractor will commence work in a moment from now. Mr. Speaker, the contractor selected for this road is quite good with the right capacity, and the name of the contractor is Bar Insing Limited. Bar Insing Limited. And this is internal roads measuring only 3.5 kilometers. And it should be done within 12 months. So, depending upon the time the contractor moves to start work, within 12 months, all things being equal, this road should be completed.
Meanwhile, in laying before the House business for the ensuing week, the Business Committee in Parliament has proposed an extended sitting on Monday, 20th December 2021, as opposed to the expected rising of the House on 17th December 2021. Addressing the House, Vice Chair of the Business Committee of Parliament, Mr. Afenyo Markin of Parliament, says necessary inputs will be put in place to ensure pleasure of members even as they labor for the ensuing period. He proposed the House to rise on Tuesday, 21st December 2021.
The Speaker, we have agreed to have sitting on Monday and then have extended sitting as well. The necessary support systems will be put in place to ensure pleasure of members even as they labor for the ensuing period. The Speaker, we propose to adjourn the House Synod on the 17th of December. The Speaker, but having regard to the exigencies of the time, we are looking at possibly Tuesday, 21st of December. The Speaker, I have attached the order in which the business of the ensuing week is to proceed, and I believe that all members have been put on notice since same has been circulated. So, Speaker, I accordingly submit that this business committee's report be adopted by the House in accordance with Standing Order 162. Mr. Speaker, thank you so much.
Members, the business statement for the ensuing week is hereby adopted for implementation.
Enterprise Group Limited, neighbors of the Bishop Mixed JHS on the Accra High Street, has constructed, commissioned and handed over keys to a newly built school block for the Bishop Mixed JHS as part of its corporate social responsibilities. The block is a 3-story building with 9 classrooms, a headmaster's office, a sick bay, staff common room, science lab and ICT lab.
Enterprise Group Limited, neighbors of the Bishop Mixed Junior High School on the Accra High Street, has constructed, commissioned and handed over the keys to the newly built school block for the Bishop Mixed Junior High School as part of its corporate social responsibility. Enterprise Group CEO speaking to Adoa News explained the rationale behind the benevolence.
Of me and behind you is what used to be our headquarters, and so for us it was always a problem, especially with our board room facing here. When you look out, if you go into this building and you look at our boardroom, what used to be the corporate boardroom, you are looking at the compound over here, and it was always an eyesore. So when our management team came up with the idea of doing a social investment in the school, it was not difficult for the board and indeed for us to put our resources to bear. We believe at Enterprise that it is when people are in need, when they are most vulnerable, that they indeed deserve and require an advantage. We like to think we are the advantage that people have, and especially in this instance, we are the advantage that Bishop JHS has. And we are very pleased and proud to be there. Something over 2 million cedis, but yeah.
Director of the Ministry of Education, speaking on behalf of the ministry, thanked the enterprise group for their kind gesture.
We admit that ensuring quality education is the responsibility of both public and private sector actors. Allow me at this point to commend the enterprise group for this show of commitment towards ensuring that teachers and pupils in Bishop Mix School have the best learning environment. I can assure you that this is a social investment that posterity and generations after us will remember and appreciate. In the annals of the history of this school, Enterprise Group's name will be captured in indelible footprints.
The mayor of Accra, Honorable Elizabeth Saki, expressed gratitude to the group.
Today we are here to commission this 3-story block for the Bishop's Mixed Junior High School, a very much needed investment in our educational sector. Indeed, education holds the key to many of our societal problems and investments, such as this one by the Enterprise Group, which goes a long way to make our communities better. The presence of this building adds to the skyline of Greater Accra and also provides a conducive environment for the education and upbringing of our children, especially those who live in this community and surrounding environment. As the Assembly, we are deeply elated that we have a partner that shares in our vision in seeing a better Accra on all fronts and this nation.
Right Reverend Daniel Dr. Sylvanus Mensah Toto, the Anglican Bishop of Accra, on behalf of the entire Anglican fraternity, also expressed his gratitude to the group.
So Enterprise, you have done very well. But like Oliver Twist, we asked for more. In presenting my speech, I hinted that one of our schools at Alsoma, government attempted to build, but as you know, though they have put in much, they are yet to complete. So if you can move within the Accra High Street, I think we will want it. God bless you.
Headmaster of the school, Reverend Father Cyril Otu, also expressed gratitude to Enterprise Group Limited.
In the years past, we used to have an uncompleted structure, which was becoming gradually a kind of death trap. In fact, you could imagine when it rains, water floods the classrooms and whatnot. But by the grace of God, when they step in, they decided to, looking at the thing, bring the whole thing down and start all over again. It's exactly 1 year. It started in September and the whole thing was completed in September. And I could say it has come as a blessing to both staff and students. We're also looking at maintaining the highest form of discipline in the school, because just as the bishop said, without discipline, you cannot achieve much. So we need a kind of disciplined student. And knowing Gamashi as it is, it's very challenging. But by the grace of God, we hope to achieve this feat.
The block is a 3-story building with 9 classrooms, a headmaster's office, a sick bay, staff common room, science laboratory, and ICT laboratory. For Adoa News,
the Regional Road Safety Authority has launched a campaign dubbed Stay Alive and a public sensitization for motorists, especially commercial drivers in the Savannah region. This move is to help reduce accidents before, during and after the Christmas season. The exercise is expected to sensitize drivers on the various rules and regulations when plying the roads.
This is the first time the region is benefiting from such an exercise. In an interview with Eric Fojo, a rep from the National Road Safety Authority in the Savannah region, the authority intends holding a defensive driving workshop for corporates and commercial drivers in all 7 district capitals.
We know we are in the Christmas season and a lot of traffic activities goes on. So it's a very good time to increase our educational activities so that we can reduce the number of road crashes in the region. So that is why we are here to launch our December program for the year 2021. As you said, we have lined up a number of activities, and the focus of these activities is to reduce the number of crashes on our roads. That is the main aim that we are targeting. And we are focusing on the drivers. We are conducting training, defensive training workshop for the drivers in all the 7 districts in the region. And we have started and we are continuing. So we want our drivers to be updated on their knowledge about road signs and the road markings and how to drive defensively. We believe that when this information goes down, sit down with the drivers, the number of accidents on our roads will reduce.
Mr. Fordo further added stakeholders from MMTD, fire service, ambulance service, schools, and media will partake in the sensitization program.
Now, when it comes to ignorance of our road users, we have teamed up with MTTD, with fire service, with ambulance service. We have come together as a team, and we are moving from house to house. We are moving from church to church. We are going to mosque. We are going on the radios, and we are preaching road safety issues so that we, the road users, the pedestrians, the passengers, we will know what to do so that together we can reduce the number of road crashes on our roads. So that is the focus of December, our activities. And we believe that when these are done, we will protect our lives and we shall sustain Savannah region going forward.
Story by Salifu Adam Jabu, Savannah region.
Now, a drive through some principal streets of Accra ahead of the Christmas season could be very hectic. The Greater Accra region always records the most hectic traffic, both vehicular and human traffic, when Christmas is due. Now, Other News Adomba Mabina has been finding out what is accounting for this.
Speaking with Adoa News, Mamia Kyasewa observed this is due to the higher number of individuals trooping into the central business district to shop for the Christmas season.
On say baby Christmas, I never be bring back home but dear, on say bronya dear, on baby Jania dear, and I feel so my phone baby now Accra. Say some traffic no and there would say okay ma. Obabe na pa upon be 5 awunya ka obeti down san be 8 10 oh and the ma traffic extra pa enti no me ba ye ndem hu say traffic go but man so dan hu nipa bebre sa.
Stephen has the same opinion. He noted the rush to shop ahead of the Yuletide is what has been accounting for the traffic congestions.
I would say compared to the previous one, then the previous one was more intense compared to that of what you have been seeing today. People are rushing into, Christmas is approaching, so they might come in to buy their stuff and all that. But because of the demand for other things, they have to come and buy their things earlier, so that, because when they wait till the Christmas time, it is going to be more tense compared to now. So they are coming in to get their things ready for the Christmas.
For Obaya, she believes the occupying of pedestrian walkway by traders during the season is to be believed.
Traffic, any part there, afibia titru fast service hone ade ne de se me ho so mam se me mera magiska kora menko esa traffic no woman traffic no mintimi ni so entimenko nti traffic ne de sa nanso kam ne de se de me hu no anya sa ye hwedwa wo lol kwan mu wo hu e wo musa fiedu ye vinanso ansa se ye hwedwa wo lol kwan mu wo be bank akran na o pe de wo be di enti anya traffic ne de is too much enti police fo no enye gina na
Presla also had this to share.
Comparing last year's Christmas traffic situation and this one, I would say this is massive because last year, for instance, because of the COVID, a lot of people were afraid to come out because they were thinking that the disease was kind of contagious. And then now that there's a lot of vaccines, yes, it's kind of moderate. And then because of that, people are in town. Obia bedija, obia beso, like almost all those who come. That's it. Markets these days is slow. The economy, they know itself. Even the government knows it's down. But the truth is, people come to town just to even come and ask of prices. People will be say, "Hey, I here on toy." A person will not buy. We just come around and just ask of the price and just move away.
As the evening news on Adoatv. We'll be right back with more news.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with Rwandair today. Rwandair, the safest airline in Africa.
Rwandair, fly the dream of Africa.
CB makeup now. I'm not correct. Why your best mankasa? That's it. Who anymore? Oh, middle. You captures back on CB men capsules. You see, CB men capsules and America.
Yeah, you see men and women's capsules now. You name that and one year packaging I the pepper.
Wow! What a packaging! CB men, any CB women capsules, you know what packaging is. And you also no mood any bianza no akodo ben pegi
share apemfo any about town man kwada no fo any kwada won di fie du enka ho
Susanna Ghana man be man tamase
Dodo Afre 0247 111671 and 0246 578 750 FDA aje edwedin kato yato.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African print and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240 926 564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emil's Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
I'm back and moving on to business now. The Chief Executive Officer of Glover Limited, Yayurato Glover, has affirmed the opportunities that the African Continental Free Trade Agreement gives to the African continent. Speaking to my colleague Nanya McCollison, Mr. Glover said we have room to operate within our own continent.
The African Trade Agreement, I think, has come at the opportune time, and this is a time for Africa to search forward by looking within. I have been doing business with Rwanda for the past 7 years. It was all very positive, and the state in Rwanda was really in support of private business. For them, PPP is a religion. Public-private partnership is a religion where they really promote and protect local entrepreneurs and businesses. I have actually also heard of this intra-African trade and the agreements, and the advantage that we're taking of this thing is that we have now got room to operate because it's becoming a continental thing. It means that we can actually start trading with our neighbors here without any constraints. I actually take African improved foods products from Rwanda, which I'm going to really sell in all West Africa. They have given me the chance to represent them in West Africa. Right. And this is just because we're now trying to open barriers as far as trade is concerned. So it is a good time for me to seize that opportunity to expand economically, socially, and politically.
Meanwhile, government has accepted all bids worth about 1.68 billion cedis for the 2-year bond auctioned on Thursday, 2nd December 2021 at a favorable price. This came after the 2022 budget and economic policy was approved by Parliament. The interest rate or yield of the debt instrument was, however, pegged at the upper band of 19.75%. but is a rate many analysts consider as encouraging. This is because the interest rates on the secondary market are presently going for more than 20%. In recent times, the market has been encountering liquidity challenges as analysts have attributed the financial challenges to a combination of factors including the sustainability of the rising debt, inflation, and the fiscal deficit. This is manifested from Treasury bill sale, which has been undersubscribed. It's therefore unclear how the month of December, which is the last month of 2021, will pan out about the sale of T-bills. That is all for business. Sports is next.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240-926-564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
Sports tonight, the Royals will for the first time this season play outside the Accra Sports Stadium following management's decision to switch their home venue from the National Stadium to the Elwak Stadium at 37, while joint league leader King Faisal will be hosting Elmina Sharks at the Kumasi Baba Yara Sports Stadium.
The 2021-2022 Ghana Premier League season is gradually taking shape as the boys are separating themselves from the men. The Gun Cities have not won a single league match since November 6 when they defeated Real Tamale United 3-2 at the Accra Sports Stadium. They began the season with a goalless draw against champions Heart of Oak, lost to Great Olympics before beating the Tamale Lads. But their away performances have been quite impressive this time after drawing with Wafa 2-2 and Ashanti Gold SC 0-0. The Royals have bagged 6 points after 6 matches in the league and sit in 12th place in the table. Coach Maswell Konadu is yet to find the right balance despite recruiting Michael Otu, Eric Ofori Entry, Mohamed Rashid, Isa Muhammad Mubarak, Rahman Abdul, and Asamoah Boat in the free year this season. They have scored 5 and conceded 6 goals, a trend that calls for worry, especially going into a game against one of the well-organized sides in the league. Brecum Chelsea has won only 1 of its 5 league matches and conceded 4 goals and scored 2 goals, sitting in 17th place in the table with 4 points. The 2011-2012 champions have an outstanding match against Heart of Oak due to the champions' participation in the CAF Confederation Cup. The match will be live elsewhere in Tamale. Real Tamale United will host Midiama SC at the Aliyu Mahama Stadium. At the Ali Mahama Stadium, New Boys Bibiani Gold Stars will host Bechem United at Dance Park. Fresh from their 3-2 win against Asante Kotoko, King Faisal will hope to make it 2 wins in succession when they host Elmina Sharks at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium on Sunday. The weekend matches will be rounded up at Sogakope, where Wafa battle with Ashanti Gold, while Karela United clash with.
And Ghanaian boxer Richard Kome will be smiling to the bank as he is set to earn a big paycheck from his much-anticipated fight against Ukrainian boxer Lomachenko. Kome will face the 3-weight phenom at the Madison Square Garden in New York City on Saturday, December 11th.
Former IBF lightweight champion Kombi will earn $700,000 in addition to 50% of the money accrued from the pay-per-view. However, the Ghanaian boxer is likely to earn up to tune of $800,000 in the bout. In maximum, the entire revenue is expected to be in the region of $3 million. Meanwhile, Lomachenko is also reportedly set to earn $750,000 in addition to 50% of the money accrued from the pay-per-view. The 34-year-old Ghanaian had his last fight in February when he defeated Jackson Marinez by way of knockout. Meanwhile, Lomachenko last fought in June as he dominated and stopped Nakatani in just 9 rounds. The winner of this bout is likely to be rewarded with a chance to challenge for the IBF lightweight title next year. In 2019, Kome defeated Issa to claim the vacant IBF lightweight title before successfully defending his title against Ray Beltran in the same year. He, however, lost the title to American boxer Lopez in December 2019 following a technical knockout. The high-rated Ghanaian has since been aiming to reclaim a world title, and his latest bout gives him a shot at that.
That is how we wrap up tonight on the evening news on Adoatv. A recap of our top stories. The Ghana Health Service has intensified all COVID-19 protocols at the Kotoka International Airport ahead of the Christmas season. And Parliament will rise on Tuesday, 21st December 2021 for the Christmas break, as opposed to the expected rising of the House on 17th December 2021. And aggrieved residents of the Ablekuma-Agape chased away the Central Municipal Chief Executive during a demonstration which was held earlier today. And in sports, Legon Cities to face Brecum Chelsea asking Faisal host Elmina Sharks in the Ghana Premier League Week 7. At www.adoanewsonline.com. You can also follow us on Facebook at Adoatv Ghana. The evening news is brought to you by Asatec Roofing Sheet and Cookware, Blue City Ties and Accessories, and Vena Mineral Water. My name is Benedicta Dodu. Thanks for staying with us. Bye-bye.